Whoa! Shit! Oh my god, this thing flies. Hi guys, I just want to give you a little bit of a warning. What you're about to see is a very excited and hyperactive Fred. So prepare yourselves and don't say I didn't warn you. Well, hello there beautiful people. Today is a very exciting day today, and before you ask, no, I didn't cut my hair with a knife. Today is the day I get to ride in a Tesla. I am a bit of a Tesla fanboy, just because I think they're an incredible bit of technology. I could bore you with it for ages, but I'm going to record a video about it. In fact, I'm going to get to ride in 2 Teslas today, because that noise is Luna drinking, in case you're wondering. But yeah, so I put a post on Morzine Crew, Wally. I said, hey, I'm a bit of a Tesla fanboy. If anyone's got a Tesla and wants to let me ride in it, then hit me up. And I had 5 people get in touch with me. So today I get to, oh wait, would you, I'm trying to record a video here, mate. Good girl. One more thing I thought I'd add is that I messaged the guy and said, just a heads up, I thought I'd mention that I'm in a wheelchair. I don't think it's a big deal. We don't have to take the wheelchair with us. And then I suddenly thought, this will be the first time I go anywhere without my wheelchair. And that's pretty scary. That's a pretty scary thought, if you can imagine. I mean, I know we're only going for a spin in a car and coming straight back here, but I don't know. Is that? I don't know. I feel incredibly nervous about leaving my wheelchair here. What's the worst? I mean, the worst case scenario is that we have a crash or we get pulled over by the police, and the police are like, "Get out of the car." I'd be like, "I can't. I'm in a wheelchair. Where's your wheelchair? I left it at home." I don't know what, but like I'm a little bit nervous about leaving the wheelchair, but also incredibly excited. You can tell by my voice, right? I'm like, whoa! Also, another thing, I'm releasing the podcast today. By the time this video is filmed and edited, it'll already be live, but I'll definitely pop the link in the description so you can all check out the podcast. It's called Apes on Tape. It's me and my mate Benji talking rubbish. We've had some really good feedback on it so far, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it. And the one we record tonight, we'll probably be talking about Teslas and all sorts of weird and wonderful things. Anyway, love you lots, guys. See you in the Tesla. Yeah, whoa! Yeehaw! Well, I just got back from my first ride in a Tesla and it did not disappoint. Whoa! This is insane! Oh my god! Oh my god! Woo!
I didn't know you had that gate, sorry.
And it was insanely cool. Oh man, like the acceleration, this was without the Ludicrous Mode, was just insane. This is Scrummage, the dog of Tim. Tim's just putting my wheelchair up there, which is again a little bit nerve-wracking, going somewhere without my wheelchair for the first time. And we are inside the Tesla and it is looking really awesome. We can see the roof, like wow, glass roof. It's looking really awesome. Well, they say that once you've been in a Tesla, it makes other cars just seem primitive and dumb and stupid. Well,
in particular, my favourite is, of course, the fart machine, which you can direct to anyone. You can have it on fart on demand, and 7 different types of fart.
Wow. Like, the car is... That's really no way. I can feel the heat actually. That's really cool.
Yeah.
It's just so insanely intuitive. Like it just knows. And that's all it takes is 25 minutes.
With a supercharger, it's bloody quick. I could be on 20% and I'd be full probably within 25 minutes.
That's incredible. That's what. It's a robot. Like I say, like I heard it described once as like when people were describing the iPhone and the BlackBerry, like people were saying, oh, why would you pay $900 for an iPhone, like it doesn't even have a keyboard. Wow. Whoa. The iPhone was a computer, like a small computer in your hand. It was just called a phone, whereas the comparison is so similar. Like Tesla is called a car, but it's so much more than a car.
This is so much more than a bag.
It's basically a robot. Friends, this is a robot.
Yeah.
It's a computer on wheels.
Such a cool car.
It's phenomenally cool.
Cool.
It's such an amazing...
This is the frunk. It's the front trunk, so there's no engine.
It was an amazing experience.
Whoa!
I'm really happy that I got to ride in it. Thank you so much, Tim. I really appreciate you taking me out in it.
Wowzers! Woo!
And also, I didn't mention to Tim that I was going to go out in another Tesla today. I don't know why.
See you, man.
I'm going to go out in a Model S in just under an hour. So I get to ride in 2 Teslas in one day. First one was amazing. Thank you, Tim. Really appreciate it.
So here I am on this glorious day, just waiting outside in the sunshine for my second Tesla ride of the day. Should be turning up any minute. Can't wait to see it. Model S. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Look at that boy.
Now, unfortunately, there's no footage of me in the Model S. And there's no footage of Paul, who was a delightful guy. He had long white hair, a big beard. He had a Scottish accent. His voice was like poetry. He was so charming and lovely. Yet, the footage of him has gone. And why, you may ask? Why? Because of this thing. As some of you who have subscribed to my channel and I've talked about in previous videos, like the last one, for example, my MacBook's from 2012 and there was an issue. I don't really want to talk about it, but I've given, there's been time for some perspective. And now, a quick word from our sponsor, Medical Mary Jane. Are you having tech issues? Is your MacBook pissing you off? Do you need some perspective? Medical Mary Jane might be able to help you. Side effects may include increased creativity, reduced spasticity, and being less of a dick. Medical Mary Jane. And I'm over it. And I've also thought about a way to seamlessly weave the story of my MacBook into the Tesla review, which I shall do. So a little summary of my thoughts on Teslas, pros and cons. And firstly, I want to start with the bad things, because there were a few bad things. So in the Tesla, they have a center console, which is essentially like a big giant iPad, and it controls everything, and it's completely digital. So if you can imagine, trying to work a piece of software which is all touchscreen, it's probably ideal to probably spend a whole day or more just in the garage, like having a fiddle. Do you know what I mean? To like get fluent with the software. And both drivers seem to either have issues with or didn't know how to do certain things. Like there was lots of comments like, oh, it's meant to do this other thing, but I've never really worked out how to do it. The other thing is you're not supposed to look at your phone while driving, are you? And there was a couple of instances where they were like, well, I should really be looking at the road, but it's an enormous distraction. And also having your car run on a piece of software that could essentially like crash. For example, Paul couldn't play any music in his, and he later said to me, oh, it's okay. When I got home and I rebooted it and it's fine and it plays music now. But I was thinking, you can't just reboot your car while you're driving along. It could be inconvenient. I can see there being issues with it. And apparently sometimes there's software updates and they happen automatically, and so you'll go to use something and it'll be slightly different, which is extra confusing when you're driving. So I can imagine those things actually would be, I don't know, annoying, I think. So for example, if my mum would bloody hate it. She has like trouble working her iPhone. Do you know what I mean? So it's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. But that being said, there are a lot of, I'm just like picking out the bad stuff before I get into the good stuff. So the second thing I noticed was one of the cars was like 5 years older than the other one. And the difference in technology, in the hardware, was fairly noticeable. The other one looked really cool, like the big red Model S was like super cool, and you got a lot of looks everywhere you went. Like everyone was like, whoa. Maybe they thought, you know, what a couple of dickheads, but maybe they just thought, what a bloody cool car. Regardless of that, the tech in, like the hardware tech inside had been updated quite drastically in the Model 3. And so this brings me back to the story of the MacBook. I told you I'd weave it seamlessly in. So this MacBook is from 2012, and you know, imagine uploading some footage from an SD card into your Tesla when it's 10 years old, and then your Tesla just crashing and corrupting the files. I mean, how annoying would you'd be with that Tesla, right? I mean, you know, you see where I'm going with this. You probably want to upgrade your Tesla to a newer model. So what I'm saying is, will the software outgrow the hardware like it so often does with Apple products? I don't know, but Paul's Tesla was 5 years older than Tim's, and what I'm saying is, like, when it gets 10, 15 years older, like, it might not become obsolete, but it will just be an electric vehicle. So that's just one thing to consider. So now I want to talk about the good stuff. And the good stuff would be the acceleration. I mean, you've heard me like whooping and hollering. It was outrageous to feel the power of the car. And this was a standard Model 3 with no upgrades, and it went to 0 to 60, I think, in 3.6 seconds, which is pretty fast. That is insane.
It's smooth as well, right?
I know, yeah.
You don't get any of the with it. You just,
there's no like changing gears. There's nothing like that. What's really interesting is you can get a software update over the air at the handsome price of €1,500, might I add. But it does, without any changing any hardware in the car, make your car, I believe it goes to like 2.1 seconds or something ridiculous. So, do you ever get people wanting to race you?
No, I don't think they have.
Really?
Actually, no.
You can have an enormous boost in power and acceleration just with a software update, which is pretty awesome, right? I mean, you got to pay for it, but I mean, if you can afford it, that's pretty cool. Cool. So the next thing, full self-driving. If you can imagine an autonomous robo-taxi network, like a driverless ride-hailing system like Uber or Lyft, you know, where you could just order it and the car would come and pick you up without, you know, doing anything. That would be cool, right? I mean, this technology does sound a bit out there, but Tesla are really working on it. And within the next few years, I really believe that will happen, especially witnessing the technology firsthand, for sure.
I feel very confident predicting autonomous robotaxis for Tesla next year.
You realise as you go along, you realise more of the little tricks or how intelligent it is.
Yeah. Imagine owning a Tesla and then it earning you passive income while you sleep by like becoming a taxi and taking people around. That's pretty awesome. And this is where that center console would come in really handy, because of course if the car's driving itself, you've got an enormous entertainment screen in the middle. Like, it's probably linked up to your phone, so you could probably like seamlessly use like your Netflix account or something. I don't know, but I can imagine it being pretty cool. The other thing is, I think a Tesla is like an appreciating asset. Like, the more software updates you get, the better your car can be. Like, it can be optimized for your fuel efficiency, or should I say battery efficiency, which is the other great thing as well. It's not burning any fossil fuels. So that's pretty cool as well. And that sort of contradicts my other point about it being an appreciating asset, because it could become obsolete with the hardware. But, you know, you never know. I mean, like I say, Paul's, even though it's 5 years old, he's still getting software updates that improve the performance of his car. And I think that's super cool. To have a car that like keeps getting better is pretty rad. There's another thing called Sentry Mode, which is basically the cameras all around the car like turn on. So you've basically got CCTV for your car. Like, if someone comes near the car, Tim didn't know about Sentry Mode, so he had like a ding in his car. And I said, "Oh, how'd you get the ding in your car?" He said, "Oh, I don't know." I was like, "You should have checked Sentry Mode, and it would have shown you like when the ding happened." The Tesla drivers that I met didn't know everything that their Tesla did. I can't believe I know more about your car than you.
I knew you would.
The other thing is like regen braking. So when you take your foot off the accelerator, the car brakes itself, so as it uses the force to recharge the battery. The force! It's like a Jedi, it's like a blood uses the force to recharge the battery.
So I'm not braking now.
Are you not?
No.
No way!
Yeah.
But you took your foot off the accelerator,
Yeah.
and that's the regen.
Yeah, so...
But to be honest, I really don't want to bore you with all the techie stuff. I've already lost you already, I'm sorry. But that was my review of a Tesla. Thank you for the lovely comments on my last video. One guy, because I was talking about my MacBook being so rubbish, he said, oh, I'd be willing to donate money to you to get a new MacBook. And I thought that was so sweet. And I just thought, I have gone ahead and ordered a new MacBook because I can afford it. So I really appreciate the offer. But just, I don't know, it was just a really lovely comment. When you guys leave comments like that, it makes my, God, it makes me so happy. It makes me feel warm inside, being like, yeah, I'll make more videos, go on then. Because sometimes I'll be like, shall I make a video? And I don't even care. And when people are like, yeah, we love those videos, I'm like, oh, go on then. A free way to support the channel is just by leaving a thumbs up, because that helps the YouTube algorithm push my content to other people. And if you're still watching at this stage of the video, then you've obviously liked it. That was so cringy. Oh my God, utter cringe. That rolled off the tongue so easily, didn't it, Lee? I feel like I'm becoming a right old YouTuber these days. If I ever do that again, just shoot me, because, well, maybe that's a bit harsh, but you could definitely call me out in the comments. I don't want to be one of those YouTubers. Smash that like button. Boom. Oh, shit, yeah, the other thing I wanted to say is happy birthday, Dad. I can't believe I almost forgot. So last episode, I was saying happy birthday, Mum. Today, I want to say happy birthday, Dad. I drew him a lovely picture. Choo-choo. Driving Mum round the bend since 1991. So, yeah, happy birthday, Dad. Have a wonderful day. And I won't take up any more of your time. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, love you lots. See you in the next one.